Hello everyone, my name is Mr Gấu. I'm in class 41 and 10 years old. Today, I'll talk about a very interesting topic, which is no electronic devices during break time. Let's get started. Now, let's talk about the table of contents. The first thing we'll talk about today is about the agreement of not using electronic devices during break time. Second, we'll talk about the disagreement of that we should let students use electronic devices during break time. Then we'll talk about should we have electronic devices during break time, or should we not have electronic devices during break time? And finally, I'll tell you about my opinion. First, as you know, when the bell rings for break time, sometimes students usually go straight for their iPhone, maybe their tablet, and even other electronic devices, because those electronic devices can keep them feel maybe stress relief, or maybe feel very happy, because then they can play many games, watch videos that they like, and even read stories too. So when they use those devices, then sometimes they will become too addicted, or maybe when they're playing a game and the game is so fun that they don't want to end the game anymore. So sometimes they can even use those devices until the next lesson starts. So the question here is that should schools stop students from using those electronic devices during break time, or should school should not stop the students from using those electronic devices during recess? So now let's discuss about it. First, we'll talk about the agreement for students not using any electronic devices during break time. Some people agree with this opinion because they think that electronic devices, they are dangerous. During the break, students text and walk around in the schoolyard, and sometimes they can even bump into someone or maybe fall into some place that could even be dangerous or maybe lead them into danger. Then if they don't know where they're going, this can cause many accidents. Like I said, maybe they can fall into a place, or maybe they bump into someone and fall down. Second is that students will talk to each other and be more active during break. In the class, students chatted a lot. They usually go out and play sports, maybe like badminton, football, and also basketball too. But nowadays, students don't usually go out. They usually just take their iPhone, their tablet, and even their laptop just to have fun. Then this could make them so that sometimes they could be really lazy and sometimes be obese too. Second, we'll talk about the disagreement of that schools should let students use electronic devices during break time. Some people agree with this opinion because they think that recess is students' free time. When recess is students' free time, they need to do whatever they want. Then they want to do something, and then they can do it. But when they don't want to do anything, then they don't need to do it. It is all about students' choices. They can choose between whenever they want to go out if they feel very bored, or maybe if today they don't want to go out and they just want to be in class. So it is not a really good idea to not make students not using their phones or maybe electronic devices, because then sometimes students can feel really bored too and they don't want to go to school. Then is that students use these devices to contact on other people, such as their family members and even their friends too. Sometimes students may be in danger, and maybe they have been go to another place, they have been kidnapped or something. Those electronic devices can help them to contact with their family members. Also, when they are at school, they can see if their family members are okay, or maybe if they are ill or maybe not ill, so that sometimes if their family members are too ill, then they can go back to their home and then take care of them. So the question here is that should we let students use electronic devices, or should we not let students use electronic devices during break time? Some people agree with the opinion that we should not let students use electronic devices during break time because they think that it reduces physical activity. Spending break on time on devices can lead to a sedentary lifestyle. Then students can become really lazy. They don't want to go anywhere, they don't want to play any sports. Sometimes they can become very obese too. So it is really important to go out and do other things rather than just staying in class and using the phone or electronic devices. Then that is possible distraction. It may make it harder to refocus on their work because sometimes they will just think about the games that they have played, what they will do in the next recess, or maybe do other things, and they won't concentrate on the lesson that the teacher is teaching. Then it could also lead to some work or study reduced too. So it isn't a good idea. However, there are some people who disagree with this opinion. Why? Because they said that it has entertainment and relaxation. Playing games, watching videos, or browsing helps students to reduce stress. Then they can be really relieved, and then they won't feel stressed when they go on to maybe like another lesson. If they don't have enough break time, sometimes they will feel really tired. Also, they will be really angry because they have to learn for really long hours without having to without maybe like going to use some electronic devices that they want to do, or maybe play some game. So it isn't a good idea. That it has quick communication. Electronic devices allow students to connect with their friends or family instantly. They can text with their friends to see if they're okay, or maybe text with their families too. Also, they can also watch videos, they may play games, and also contact with other people too. So my opinion is that students should be allowed to use electronic devices during break time because I think that it is for relaxation. A break time is for resting. Playing games, watching shorts, or listening to music can help students refresh their minds rather than thinking about, oh, today we will learn about math, today we will learn about English, today we will learn about maybe other subjects. Then they won't be really stressed about what they will learn today and how will they contact with the lessons that they're going to learn. Then it's about the connection. Students can use devices to stay in touch with friends and family which supports them. Then sometimes when they feel really depressed or maybe feel really lonely, then they can contact with their friends or maybe their family so that they can have like somebody to talk with without being really lonely at school. Thirdly is that it has stress relief. After hard lessons, a little time on device can reduce the stress that the students are going through. Then sometimes the students they will learn harder, remember longer, and also sometimes have good grades in tests too, because then they have they have enough rest, and also they have enough entertainment so that could help them to do many other things. Then is that it has learning choice. Even in break times, some students may also read books, maybe read ebooks, also learn in learning apps, maybe like Duolingo or Elsa Speak, which can help you with your language. And also it could help them to explore new ideas too. Finally, is that it has motivation. The students, when they know that they can use devices in breaks, it gives students something to look forward to, making them more focused during class, as they will know that during break time they can use those electronic devices, but during class they can't use them, and maybe can help them to learn more efficiently without just thinking about, oh, I can't do anything, oh, I can't use my electronic devices, I'm so sad. So it is better to use electronic devices during break time rather than not using any. And so that's the end of my topic. Goodbye everyone, see you next time. Goodbye.